Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independent Street Tarot with Seasons from Ritual, and I just wanted to jump on real fast. It is May 2nd, and I just wanted to touch base with everybody. Mars has moved into Aries. He was at 0 degrees yesterday, and which is great for me. I think this is great. And then um, Venus is in her home sign of Taurus, and she's at 3 degrees of Taurus. So to me, for May, I see May coming in to be extremely dynamic. The masculine and feminine are both in their home signs. And I think this is really good for us as a society, do a lot of healing. To me, Mars and Aries, Mars to me has grown up, Aries has grown up. It is about that masculine energy knows it has to be accountable. That masculine energy in is what moves us forward, right? That is our movement. The feminine energy in us is our intuition, and they work together simultaneously. And so we're coming back to that as a collective, right? That unity consciousness. So I feel like Mars in Aries is great. It's going to help us be motivated to get things done. Mars is still in conjunction with Neptune. It is an out of sign conjunction, which means they're not in the same sign. Neptune is still in Pisces. Pisces is actually Neptune's home sign. And then now Mars is in Aries. So, but they're still close to each other. So they're still talking. Um, and to me, that would be like if you went to a conference and took all these notes, and then you went home and then you were able to digest the notes and put them in a way that makes sense to you in order to move yourself forward, right? So Mars, when he's in Pisces, goes into that deep meditation. That is that it's part of his training, right, as a spiritual warrior. So at the end of his training, he kind of goes over his notes with Neptune, and then he goes home, and then he brings these notes. He gets to have these couple days to go over, still talking to Neptune, still talking to like, okay, this is kind of how I feel. This is kind of how it was. Um, Now he feels more secure because he's in his home sign. But Neptune, right, that rules dreams is allowing Mars to dream again, right? Is allowing Mars to Mars in Aries, allowing Mars and Aries to um, move forward, right? What is it that we want now? What is it that we want to show up? What is it that we want to be held accountable for, right? What is it that we want to put out in the world and say, yeah, that's mine. And so this whole month is going to be working with that energy to me. And at the same time, our intuition, because Venus is now in Taurus, um, you know, self-worth, how do we value ourselves? How are we creative, right? So that's all working with those themes in Venus. Um, and then Mars is in Aries saying, okay, how do we get this moving? Let's get this going, right? So to me, May is going to be a very dynamic month. So I'm going to pull a couple cards just for, let's just say the first week. So let's say Thursday to Thursday, since it is Thursday today. So let's pull a couple cards for the first week of May. Knight of Wands. Nice, that's fire, which is great. Let's get excited again, right? Yeah. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Perfect. Let's do one more. Eight of Cups. Right on. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. All right. Okay. So Knight of Wands, right? The way I read knights is that they're all loyal to the mission. If you think of the Knights of the Round Table. So, and they all have their own unique strengths. So the Knight of Wands, he's movement, right? Fire. Mars and Aries, right? Fire. Aries is a fire sign. It's cardinal fire. So this is that idea. Okay, let's get moving. Let's get excited about things. Let's be passionate about things again. When we start to bring in this energy, right? That starts to turn where we are. It starts to turn to me, literally our fortune, right? And I would think saying fortune, referencing back to Venus in Taurus, um, money, right? Our fortune. But when we start to get excited again about who we are and how we move things and how we see things, right? And how we feel about ourselves, that starts to bring in that good energy, right? So no, this energy is here, it's moving. And what it's moving us away from is the Eight of Cups, which is great. And that Eight of Cups is that watery energy that no longer serves us, right? The Eight of Cups is saying, see, he's walking away, he's got the wind at his back, it's moving him forward. And he's leaving behind what no longer serves him, which is great. And you can see everything is nice and lush. This tree looks like maybe it needs some leaves, but it is moving to where we want to go, right? And actually, he's walking towards this knight, which is great. And this knight is huge. And he's like, come on, let's go. Let's get on this. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have this Ace of Pentacles, right? Pentacles is Earth. Taurus is Earth, right? So the Ace of Pentacles is always a new beginning, and it's always a new beginning in abundance. So abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of money, right? I was trying to think of another abundance. Abundance of laughter. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles. And then the other card showing herself as the Empress, right? Which is again divine timing. So we have this Wheel of Fortune. Let the Wheel of Fortune move, you guys, right? Like the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes in, allow it just to move. You know, all you need to do is get excited again. And then allow the winds of change to come and know that they are moving you away from what no longer serves you. And it's bringing you to a new beginning of abundance. And you could even say a new beginning of stability, right? Because Taurus is fixed earth. And remember, Taurus had that huge conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus, right? Which was opening this new fresh earth, right? That we can now plant new seeds in, that we now can use as compost, right? Maybe to put around the seeds that we already planted. And I'll pull her up too. Yeah, Empress, divine timing. And you know, the Empress in the Wheel of Fortune together, it's telling you always what is yours will not pass you by, and it always shows up at the right time. Okay, so you know, maybe you had an idea and you tried it out, it didn't work. Okay, but now you're like, maybe I'll come back to that idea. Maybe it's the right time, right? Maybe everything's aligned. Maybe you've learned new things, right? Or maybe you've been holding on to an idea way too long and it's like, this is the right time to let it go, right? It can be either one, you know, it can be everything in between, right? Or maybe it's sometime, you know, something you want to start new. Um, Let it go. Let the wind take it. You know, he's not holding on to anything. Let this new beginning come in, you know, she's ready. Look at that beautiful pentacle. Venus and Taurus, Wheel of Fortune, our sweet, sweet Empress, and the Knight of Wands. They make a great couple. Divine masculine, divine feminine. The knight is going to stay loyal to the cause. He's not going anywhere until the cause is completed, right? So get excited again that you're able to get things done. Get excited again that this is the right time to do it. Get excited again that you can trust your instincts. You know, the Empress is always sitting here. She's a mermaid, so she's sitting underwater in the garden, but she's always sitting in the garden, right? Because she always knows when it's the right time. Okay, so May's going to be a big month. Hopefully this helps for the first 7 days or so. Hopefully I'll come back next Thursday, check in with you guys. Have a great weekend. It's Jazz Fest here in New Orleans. It's the second weekend. The Rolling Stones are playing tonight, so everyone is bonkers right now. So it's a good time. All right, till then, you guys have a good weekend.